dapat katulad ng national government together with the LGU, dapat mag-usap talaga, harmonize yung mga moves natin, tapos yung budgetary requirements natin, kailangan talaga itagpi yun, sir, kasi napakalaki talaga din budget on that particular concern, sir. So yun ang nakikita namin. Kasi ngayon nga, hindi kami, yung sinasabi mong malaki ang budget namin, sir, in terms of management ng water, maliit pa rin yun, sir. Kasi ang budget namin sa water management, maliit eh. Construction ng dam to pass management ng water, maliit pa rin yun, sir, kasi napakalaki ang area natin. Ang irrigated lands lang natin is just about 1 million, and then ang population natin, sir, is already 100 million, and then we're growing 2% per annum. Tapos nag-i-import tayo ng ating rice. So ibig sabihin, kung hindi mo ma-irrigate yan lahat with good management of water, kasi ang nangyari, sir, kung hindi maganda management ng water mo, napaplood din yung irrigated land eh. So kailangan talaga yung management ng water. Ang problema kasi natin, yung maintenance din natin hindi ganun ka...
Pero Sir Roger,
meeting, no? Na-take up namin dito. Na tila, ako, coming from you mismo, as the chairman, I was the former chief of the Philippine National Police. Mahal ko itong mga police. Ako rin ay tubong nabawin nyo. Mahal ko itong mga taga-Kingdom of Jesus Christ, taga-Davao ako, nabawin nyo ako. Kaya, I am caught in between. Kaya ngayon, nakikita ko talaga. Pagtingin ko sa Davao, last weekend, umuwi akong Davao. Pagbaba ko sa airport, dumiretso kagad kami, palabas. Paglabas, sabi ko sa driver, huwag kang kumaliwa, kumanan ka, daanan natin yung Kingdom of Jesus Christ, titingnan natin. On the way, daming checkpoint. Sabi ko, U-turn ka, pagbalik, checkpoint na naman. Tinanong ko yung mga patrolman, Dong, is that face mask part of your uniform talaga? Wala namang COVID ngayon eh. Bakit kayo lahat naka-face mask? Ano ba yan? Intimidating factor ba yan? Ginagawa ninyo? Ang patrolman, hindi makasagot-sagot. Sabi ko, alam ko you're just following orders. Part of your uniform ba talaga yan? Hindi makasagot yung patrolman. Anyway, sige lang, I will talk to your commanders. Kasi, ganito, sir, DILG, taga-Davao ako. Ramdam ko yung sentimento ng mga tao ng Davao. Right now, kahit anong sabihin natin, talagang ang kanilang pagtingin sa pulis ay nagbago. Talagang imbis na matuwa, at tagal nilang minahal ang pulis, Davao City Police Office. As I've said during the previous hearing, ilang taon yan, Hall of Famer, Best City Police Station of the Year. Dumating ang punto na hindi na yan pinapasama sa competition dahil palaging best, hindi na manalo yung ibang syudad. Ngayon, parang biglang bumaligtad yung pagtingin ng mga tao. Now, sabi ko, kayo, General Marantan, you're the city director, you are trying to arrest 1 or 4 persons na kaku-accuse ni Pastor Kibuloy. Siya lang hinahanap ninyo, di ba? But in doing so, you are alienating yourself from the rest of the community. Alam naman natin yung ating policing concept na the police is the community is the police. Dapat ang samahan natin dyan ay maganda. Pero ngayon, it pains me. I am a Davao City Police for the whole, for my whole life. Police ako ng Davao City, pero naramdaman ko talaga. Parang galit na yung mga tao doon sa kanilang local police. Kaya maganda na dito ngayon si Secretary Abalos. Because I was talking to General Torre. Luckily, wala siya dito. At nagpaalam siya, may letter siya na hindi siya makarating because of a very important matter. Ngayon sir, ikaw na lang kausapin ko. Pwede bang mag-adjust tayo sa ating ginagawa sa Davao? I'm not trying to impede your operation against Pastor Kibuloy because that is perfectly legal, covered by warrant of arrest yan. Pero yung pag-antagonize, mga tao feeling harassed, every time na lang may makita sa checkpoint dito, checkpoint doon, na hindi mo lang makita yung nameplate, naka-mask na ganun. Very intimidating, sir. I tell you, police ako. But at the same time, I am local, I am Davao local. Alam ko yung nararamdaman ko. Kaya pwede ba tayo mag-adjust na para maging friendly naman yung police. We're not stopping your checkpoint operations. You can check out anytime you want, anywhere you want. But please, do it in a manner that you are not antagonizing the community. Yun lang pakiusap ko. Ayaw madabawin nyo. It pains me na ako, local police ako ng Davao. Tapos ganun, parang ang mga police na ang tinatakot na lang mga tao. Alam ko, police are you're just taking orders. Even the General Torre is just taking orders. Even the GPNP is just taking orders. akin lang is ayusin natin. Dahil pag hindi natin ito na-address, darating ang punto na talagang baka mag-rebuild yung buong Davao City laban sa gobyerno, laban sa PNP. Dahil ako mismo naramdaman ko eh. It pains me to see that yung matagal na namin na pinag-establish na relationship ng community at ng police ay ngayon biglang nasira. Yun lang sir, nakiusap lang ako sa inyo.
Mr. Chair.
Please adjust your operations in a manner na hindi antagonizing to the public.
Yeah.
Yun lang sir.
Mr. Chair, maraming salamat sa pagsabi ko ninyo, no? And I will make sure, no? This is my own commitment, Mr. Chair. Mag-uusap po kami nila Colonel Hansel, nila RD Torre, and pupunta po ako doon. I will see it for myself, but I'll assure you this, no? Na lahat po ay magiging maayos po ang dapat ang samahan ng komunidad at ng pulis. Yun naman po ang layunin ng bawat isa po ito, no? I will go there, Mr. Chair. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you sir. Alam ko, you mean well. As Secretary of Local Government, Interior Local Government, hawak mo yung kapulisan, hawak mo ang local government. And you've been a mayor. Alam mo naman siguro kung paano natin i-deal yung pulis pag ikaw ay local chief executive, tapos parang binababoy ka na ng pulis, para bang wala nang respeto sa'yo. Talagang maramdaman mo talaga sir na iba na ito. Something must be wrong. Something is behind all this happening. So please, ayusin natin before this erupts. Sasabog ito pag hindi natin aksyonan. Dahil ang mga tao doon, galit na talaga. I'm just telling you as a resident of Davao City. Sinasabi ko na ito sa'yo, para maka-adjust kayo sir. Yun lang. Hindi kami nakiusap na ihinto ninyo paghanap kay Pastor Kibuloy. Hindi kami nakiusap na ihinto nyo yung checkpoint operations nyo dyan. Dahil that would be to the benefit of everyone. Pag may checkpoint, tuwang-tuwa kami noon. Dahil safe tayo pag may checkpoint. Pero pag ngayon, pag may checkpoint, piling intimidated mga tao, ano naman kayo mangyari? Nakamask na naman yung mga pulis. Walang, hindi makita yung mga pangalan. Kausapin mo, ayaw sumagot. I don't know how I think nasa iyo ang solusyon nito. Please, up on this, sir. Yun lang hinintay natin.
Mr. Chair, I assure you that binibigyan ko po ang pangako po sa inyo at sa mga tiga Davao, no? Lahat po ito, yung mga protocols, yung mga walang mask, yung mga pangalan dapat nandyan, mana-notify ang lahat kung ano nangyayari. Kasi kung hindi nila alam yung nangyayari, dyan nagsisimula suspensaan Dapat alam nila bakit anong purpose po ito, and we'll start this dialogue. I assure you that, Mr. Chair. I assure you that.
Thank you, sir. Because alam ko, yung mga police na yun na gumagawa ng checkpoint, masama rin sa kanila dahil taga-Davao rin sila Alam rin nila na anong pili lang ng mga kapatid nila, ng mga parents nila sa mga ginagawa nila. They're not doing illegal, but they're just doing, to tell you frankly, improperly yung ginagawa nila. Bakit mag-checkpoint ka, palagi naka-mask, kailangan, tapos hindi makita yung pangalan. Yun lang sa akin. We must be friendly, Ansel. We must be friendly to the people. Kahit na hanapin mo si Pastor Kibuloy, I tell you, hindi kita harangin. Wala kami problema dyan. Do your job because it is your sworn duty. Gawin mo. But it is also your sworn duty to love the community. Am I correct? Pakita mo. Mahalin mo yung taga-Davao. Huwag mong kalabanin yung mga tao doon. You reach out. Yun lang ang pakiusap ko sa inyo. Kaya, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And I think the actions of the policemen speaks well of the result of the culmination of the Kadayawan ng Davao, Your Honor. In fact, the last Saturday and Sunday, there were no crimes listed. It was a zero.
I'm not referring to your ordinary duties, ordinary functions. Ang akin lang yung treatment ninyo ngayon dyan sa paghahanap kay Pastor Kibuloy. I know, limitado yung papel mo dyan. Si RD, mga tao niya RD yung dideploy doon. So, yun lang. Just take and take. Adjust lang tayo. Tanggalin nyo yung nakamaas. Kasi pangit talaga. Intimidating ang dating. Imbis na we should be friendly to the people.
Konting ano lang, Your Honor, konting consideration lang with the police. Kasi they've been there, exposed to the pollution of
Don't tell me that you don't tell me that reason. Ako alikabok. Alikabok, nakamas kayo lahat nakamas palagi 24/7 pag nag-checkpoint. That's very, hindi ko matanggap yung rason mo na yan. Is it part of the uniform? No.
Your Honor, I'm telling the truth, Your Honor. That's why I'm here. But
Wag mo kong sabihan. Nag-checkpoint rin ako yung dinaanan nyo ngayon, dinaanan ko rin yan. I'm just wondering bakit lahat ng police ay nakamas, which is very intimidating. Para sa akin lang ba? Para sa mga tao. Pag ikaw yung rason yan, don't tell me that reason na alikabok. Ang akin lang is, we must be friendly. Nakita nyo intimidating ang dating kapag palagi nakamas, Eh, ano bang nakamas palagi, di ba? Yung mga may gagawing masama. Wala silang ginagawang masama. Pero ang dating, kasi palagi nagaganon, talaga intimidating sa tao. At kinausap pa, ayaw sumagot. Anyway, they were not your people. Mga tao yung nag-region. Mga region. Okay na yun.
Mr. Chair, I will assure you, mamayang hapon po, I will talk with the chief and make sure bukas na bukas lahat po, walang mask po yan. And to make sure yung protocols like the name ay properly mailagay po. I assure you that, Mr. Chair.
Yun lang sa atin para mapalagay mga tao. You want to say something, ma'am?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor, and everybody. Thank you for giving us the opportunity na ma-voice out naman namin ang side ng POGC. No? Kasi masakit din sa dibdib namin ba na totoo talaga ang paglilingkod namin at totoo talaga ang pagiging Filipino citizen namin na matuwid. And then all of a sudden, ito na, boom, di na namin na ano, bakit ganito. So, nagpapasalamat po kami na binigyan kami ng boses din dito na kahit papaano, marinig din naman ang kukunting boses din namin. So, sinabi mo kanina sa kanila na hanapin nila si Pastor, kay may warrant of arrest na kaya. Remember how many times pumasok kayo sa lahat ng compound namin? Tinanggap namin sila, Your Honor. Tapos kung pwede punta kami doon, okay. Punta kami dito, okay. Tinanggap namin sila, Your Honor. 1, 2, 3, third times. Then, all of a sudden, on June 10, bigla, 3 o'clock, between 3 to 4 o'clock in the morning, nagulat kami because we're preparing for our morning devotional. Iba medyo tulog pa, ipagising pa ako. Uulitin ko ulit. Then all of a sudden, dumating yung mga grupo, different bus loads and different truck loads of men in uniform, naka full battle gear with bulletproof, may mga bandolier, at saka may mga long arm. So, siyempre, anong ina-expect mo na reaction ng tao doon sa loob? Bakit biglang ganon? In 4 different areas, just imagine ilang batalyon na men in uniform ang dala-dala ninyo. In 4 different areas. Tapos sabi ng ninyo noon, spokesperson, maximum tolerance? No! Lalo na sa Glory Mountain, nakikiusap yung leader namin nandito, sir, hintayin mo yung lawyer namin kasi nasa baba. Ay, hindi na, matagal na yun. Sige na, go. Meron tayong hinihintay na meron tayong hinahabol na timeline. So, ganon sir, ganon ang nangyari. Sorry to Secretary Avalos, but this is ang totoong nangyari. Tama ka, wala ka doon. Nandyan ang mga ground commanders mo. Even if you will tell, tongues and lips will tell different stories 1,000 times. But videos, audios, and photos will tell the same, even if you will play it 1,000,000 times.
Thank you, ma'am. Maraming salamat. So, at Colonel Roy Romualdo, saan ka?
Your Honor, good morning and good morning to everyone. So I am the officer in charge of RMB 12.
Kasama ka doon sa pag-implement ng warrant of arrest?
Yes sir, but
Leader ka? You're one of the ground commanders?
Assistant Ground Commander sir sa Kitbuga sa Rangali Province yung EOR namin sir.
Saan yung may namatay na dalawang kitbog? Saan ang ground commander mo?
Ito sir, si DIDO ng Flood 12 sir.
RDO ng
Flood 12 sir.
Arm
Sir 12.
at 12. Ikaw 10.
12 din sir.
At 12 kayong dalawa.
Okay sir.
Clarito. Colonel Clarito. Saan ka?
Good morning, Your Honor. I am Police Colonel Rosalito Clarito, the Deputy Regional Director of Operation of Region 10. Pro 10.
Ground commander ka ng
I'm not the ground commander. There was a designated ground.
sino?
It was presented during the briefing by the Directorate for Operation, the ground commanders.
Okay. Sino yung ground saan ka nung panahon na yun? Anong lugar? Saan ka?
Nandun din po ako sa
Central
vicinity
Compound.
ng sir,
GC.
TOJC.
QJC. Sino yung ground commander doon?
As I've said earlier, sir, mayroong ground commander.
Ha?
May designated ground commander.
Sino nga? Sino?
Based on the presentation of DO, it was the Regional Director of Region 11.
RD, Region 11.
Opo.
Andun siya. Ang dami yun.
Hindi ko man siya nakita sir personally, pero
Kasi ground commander, kita.
tumawag po sa akin kasi umiikot din po siya. Tumawag po siya.
Umiikot siya. siya ground commander. Kung may concern, ground commander should take charge of the ground. He's commanding the ground. So, ikaw ang ground commander doon.
Hindi po, umiikot nga po siya at tinitingnan niya yung paligid.
Challenge mo ng Team Dam, Reference Guys.
Opo,
Okay.
tinitingnan niya kung
Ground ng QJC.
opo.
Okay. Loren. Colonel Loren.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. I'm the OIC Force Commander of Regional Mobile Force 10, Your Honor.